friends. So in this video we will discuss how to connect the database and to retrieve data from the database, SQL database. So before going to that, I'll explain you now what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect the database U1 which contains only one table, table OT1, and the 4 fields: roll number, name, address and mark. My purpose is just I'm going to read the record from the database and I'm going to display it on. In the first text box list number, second text box name, third text box address, and fourth text box is mark. And one more thing I'm going to talk about is here roll number is integer type, name is string type, address is string type, and the mark one is integer type. So how to create a database and how to create a table I will explain to you in another video. So if you are not familiar with that, you can refer that video also. Now I'm going to tell you how to connect this and how to retrieve the values from the database. So now I'm going here. So before going to write the code, first of all we have to encode the particular namespace. Now as I'm going to use SQL database, I have to encode SQL client namespace that is available in systems.data under data category, and inside the SQL client is there that you have to import that particular namespace. You have to import. That is very important thing. SQL. Now I have imported the namespace called SQL client under system.data category. So now if you want to establish the connection and if you want to retrieve the data from the database, we have to proceed 4 steps. The first step is creating the connection object. That is the first step here. That will establish the connection with the database. The second step is we have to create based on our requirement. Suppose if you are going to retrieve data from the database, then select query should be used. If you are going to insert a record to the database, insert query should be used. Likewise, based on your requirement, the related query should be created as a string variable. Okay, this is the second step. Then third step is you have to create a command object based on the query and connection object. This is the third statement. And from the connection object, from the command, use of the command object, you can execute it there. These are the 4 steps you have to follow for all the operations of database application. Okay. So I will explain you now how to create one, how to perform the steps on the one. So first, as I said, first step we will create a connection object. So for that I have to use a SQL connection class. I am going to use the SQL connection class. Then CON is make an object as new SQL connection. Now it will ask you the connection string in the type string. So if you want to get the connection string, there is an easy way is there to get your connection string. So just to go to the database in the Server Explorer, go to the database and right click on the properties, go to the properties of the required database, and from that you can copy the connection string. In the property sheet it is available. Simple, just go to the property of the database, from that you copy the connection string and paste the same in the connection class as a string. So that is why I am using double quotes and paste it. Now you can obtain the connection object with use of the SQL connection. As a next step, as I told already, the second step is you have to create a string query in the string as a string object, string variable. Yes, as string. Now what I'm going to use just is equal to select from. It's a simple query. This says that select query will be select data, select all the rows and columns from the table T1. Now selection is also over. Next step, I'm going to create a command object based on the SQL command class. So SQL command. Now this is, if you want to create a command object, SQL command class needs 2 arguments. One is command that is already created and stored on the variable S. Then the second one is connection object. That is also created and stored in the variable form. Now what happens is I have created a command object also. As a next step, what I am going to do is, with use of this command object, I have to execute the query. Now, as it is a select query, I am going to use the method called execute reader method. If you want to execute the select query, you have to use the execute reader method. Otherwise, if you are going to use the execute the insert or update or delete, in that case, you have to use the execute non-query method. So these are the two methods which are going to use. Now I am going to execute select query. That is why I am using the reader method. Now, if you see the reader method, it will return the data of type SQL data reader. So that is why what I am going to do is I am going to create a command object. A reader object, right? As SQL data reader. Now red is the object of SQL data reader. Why I am using the I have created this because my execute reader method will return an object of type SQL data reader. That's it. So now after execution of the query, it will return the retrieved data and that will be stored in the rel object. So now if you want to display the record, you can use the read method which is available in the data reader class. Now red is the method object which is having the read method. By performing this read operation, one record is read, and if you want to display the values, now this step is used. Up to now, query is executed by this statement, and the retrieved records are stored in the object called read. Now what I am going to do is, from the read object, I am going to read one record, and that I am going to display it on my text box. For that, this particular steps I am doing it. So red.read. Then next step I have to display field by field on the text box. In the text box 1, what I am going to do is, text box 1, I am going to display the first column. So that is available in red dot, and I already told you that roll number is integer type. So that is why I am going to use the method called getValue method, and it needs index. Always the first field will start with the first 0 index. So that is why I am going to use the 0 index. Next, in text box 2, I am going to display the second field, that is name, and the name is in the string type. So that is why I am going to use getString method of 1. Now my name field is available in the 1 index. That is why. And in the text box 3, what I am going to do is I am going to display address. Now address is available in as a string only, so that is why getString method, and it is available as a third field with the index 2. That is here. And finally, in text box 4, mark is going to be displayed. That is available as a fourth field, and the index is 3. And one more thing is, it is the integer side. That's why I'm going to use the getValue method. For integer, you have to use the getValue method. For string, you have to use the getString method. That's it. And the last step, what I will do is, here, whenever you are going to execute the query, before that, the connection should be opened. For that, what I am going to do is, I am going to use a statement called connection.open. If you go to open, it will ask you to, it will give the runtime error, and it will ask you to open the database. That's it. Now, if you see, connection is created, query is created. Based on the query, command object is created, and finally with use of the command object, query is also executed, and the same is stored in the red object. From that, one by one I'm reading. Okay, not one by one, only one record is read now, and that record is displayed on the text box. Now you can see the output. Yes. So it displays the first record. If you want to see the other record, okay, now because I have performed only one read operation, so that is why it displays only one read out. Only one record is displayed. If you want to display the multiple records, okay, now repeated read operations I have to perform. For that, what and we have to stop when the read is failed. Now, if you see this, read is a Boolean property. If read is success, it will return true value. If read is failed, it will return the false. So now, what I am going to do is I am going to use the while read dot read. Now that means, now just see the statement. What I am doing here is, if read is success, then go on to display the value. If read is failed, it will come out, because read is success means it will return true. That is what I am using while read dot read, go on the display, or otherwise come out. And one more thing, just I am going to use the message box for show. It's a manual stopper I am using here just to stop. Okay, now by this statement, what will happen? One record is displayed and it will just display the message as next, and by clicking it only, it will go for the next record. Like that. Now you can see this. So first record is displayed and the message is displayed here, message box. By clicking it only, it will go for the next record. Still that it will wait. So for that purpose only, this message box is used. So second record, and third record, fourth record. That's it. Now it has come out. All the 5 records are being displayed. That's all, and thank you.